Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. This is of a patient who attended with a blocked left ear, and they have a combination of earwax and also dead skin. This skin has become a bit soft and it's lining the entire ear canal wall and also the eardrum. So at present we're not able to visualize the eardrum because of the skin. And I'm just commencing with a micro suction probe. So it's a Zollner suction probe. There's different types of suction probes out there. For example, a Fraser suction probe or a McGill. But the most commonly used suction probe for microsuction, for oral microsuction, for suctioning and vacuuming in the ear, is called a Zollner suction probe. And the internal diameter is 2 millimeters. And you can see here, I'm just trying to peel this away from the back part of the ear canal. When you've got dead skin like this, it adheres itself, it sticks to the canal wall. So we have to kind of detach it somewhat. It's not a dry skin. If it's dry skin, sometimes it's a bit easier. But this has got a caramel, sticky consistency. And when I'm peeling the skin away, as you can see here, you can see I am actually detaching it, retracting it from the canal wall. It springs back. So in a moment, I'm going to use some forceps, but the forceps, as you will see in a moment, and I used them on several occasions, it wasn't that effective with this. Part of the reason is because of the consistency, and what the forceps did, it kind of teared away at the dead skin instead of extracting it and pulling away the skin. But also this skin, it's lining the entire ear canal and the eardrum. It's one long piece. Therefore, when we're using the forceps, the whole skin is not coming away because it's still detached to the canal wall, to the eardrum, and the adhesions to the eardrum are extremely strong, which meant that when you come away with the forceps, it just tears the skin away as opposed to removing it. So before I'm using the forceps, I'm just trying to detach it from all the way around. So far, we've detached it from the back canal wall, the bottom aspect of the canal wall, the front part of the ear, and just there we just did the roof of the ear canal. And I think it's at this point I'm now going to go with the forceps. And we've got a grip. I'm just going to go a bit further. Unfortunately, the skin kind of folded upon itself when I went in with the forceps. I'm just going a bit at a high angle just to get some purchase now. So I've got a good grip there, and I'm just peeling it away, but as you can see, it just teared away. So I've just put a bit more oil into the ear. I'm just going to soften this wax. Sorry, the dead skin, should I say. And I don't know if you can see there, this glossy undercoat, and that's a fresher layer of skin. So that white, glossy, almost translucent layer of skin was once on the ear canal wall, as was the entire skin that we're trying to remove. The surface of this dead skin, you can see it's a lot darker. So that was once also lining the ear canal wall, but that skin has died many moons ago and it's been pushed away, and replacing it is another layer of skin, and that skin then also dies and it's replaced by another layer of skin. So the surface of the skin is the older layer, and the undercoat, the underlayer, is the more recently shedded dead skin. So again, just going with the forceps and just positioning the bottom jaw at the base of this dead skin, and I've got a good grip there, but as you can see, it just teared the skin away. So this is the reason why we don't always use forceps. Quite often when I'm performing procedures like this and say, well, I don't use the forceps, and that's a good example, is that they're not always effective. It depends on the dryness of the skin, how adhered the skin is, and whether the skin is also attached itself to the eardrum. So again, just on the back part, I'm just getting towards the eardrum more and more as I'm trying to leverage the skin away. Got to be very careful here. We don't want to make contact with the bony part of the ear canal, which is the region of the ear we are in now. You can subdivide the ear into thirds. The outer third is made of cartilage, and the inner 2/3 is made up of bone. And there are some unique differences between the cartilaginous portion and the bony portion of the ear canal. The cartilage portion, the outer third, is as I said, made up of cartilage, and it's made up of a thick layer of skin, which is a millimetre in thickness, and that skin has 3 layers. You've got the epidermis layer, which is the surface layer of skin. You've then got the dermis layer, and then you've got the subcutaneous layer. The dermis layer contains hair follicles and what we call erector muscles. They're attached to the hair strands, and it allows the hair strands to then protrude upwards through the dermis, through the epidermis, and to make them visible in the ear canal. The subcutaneous layer contains insulating fat and fibrous tissue, and that's all layered above the cartilage. So there's quite a thick buffer there, and cartilage is also malleable, it's flexible. The inner tooth layers, the bony part, is completely different. The layer of skin is a single layer, and it's only the outer layer, so the epidermis layer, also known as the epithelial layer. That's less than 0.1 millimeters in thickness, and it's attached directly to the bone. And bone, as you know, it's rigid, it's not flexible. Hence, whenever we're working in the inner two thirds of the ear canal, we've got to be extremely gentle and delicate because the bony part of the ear canal is very sensitive. So I've just put some more olive oil spray. This is medical grade olive oil. The olive oil that I use, it's from a company called Clear. I should declare any conflict of interest. So I am the healthcare advisor to Clear. It's a company that I've worked with closely over the last year. Just making sure that the product is what the market needs as an audiologist and as patients as well. And we do actually sell the Clear olive oil spray on our website, so visit our website at the bottom right, www.clearwax.co.uk. Please note we only ship to the UK, and you can use some of the spray if you like to help soften the wax or help to hydrate and lubricate the ear canal if it's dry and itchy. If you do have a substantial amount of earwax already, the olive oil spray is not going to remove the wax, but it can help soften it. Some specialists require you to soften the earwax prior to attending the clinic to have the earwax removed. At my clinic, you don't have to use the drops. You can just come in, even if it's rock solid, we'll remove it for you, hopefully. If you use it on a weekly basis as a preventative measure, so once you've got your wax removed, it may keep the wax at bay. So if you tilt your head to the side, instill the olive oil spray, let it soak for a few minutes, and then tilt your head in the opposite direction. Allow the oil to drain, and as the oil drains, hopefully the softened wax comes out the ear. With it, there's no guarantees that will work, but it's the only real thing that you can do yourself at home to try and keep on top of earwax impaction. The oil is medical grade, so it's different to the home olive oil that you may use. Medical grade olive oil is separated without and filtrated without the use of any chemicals, whereas home olive oil has there's a chemical process involved to separate extra virgin olive oil from your normal olive oil. So with medical grade, it's free of any impurities and chemicals, so it's really safe to use in the ear. You can see I'm just peeling this away now. If you are a specialist yourself and you want to purchase the olive oil spray in bulk, again, visit our website, select sign in and register as a professional. And if you register as a professional, you'll get access to our trade shop where you can buy in bulk at discounted prices. So we can see the top part of the eardrum now. Again, I'm just using the sucker. I'm not going to use the forceps because, as I showed earlier, it was just tearing away the skin as opposed to shredding it, as opposed to extracting it. Every ear is different, every case is different, the consistency is different, the anatomy is different. So it's not a one-size-fits-all model when you perform earwax removal. You've got to gauge during the procedure what's best and what's working for you, and also what's also best for the patient. So I've just reverted to the big sucker here, the full-size one. I was using the fine end for a while, and the full sucker just gave me that extra power, that strength and suction that I needed. I'm just leveraging this out. Now we're going to re-enter the ear. The eardrum is intact, but it looks retracted. The back part, you can probably see it's sucked in there, and it's got a hint of yellow effusion, so possible some middle ear fluid building up behind that eardrum. So they might have a bit of glue here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.